managing files within an operating system can be a challenge of how you can find that information at a later date. And so this is just a real brief video to kind of show you a few tips and tricks about this. This directory happens to be what I call my graphic guide. There's 822 files in here, and they range from all different types of topics. A lot of the YouTube videos that you see actually come from these files originally. So I create these little MP4 actors, and that's kind of how I build the videos. And you can see other videos to see exactly how I do that. Um, but look at this. This is a mess, right? And so you see here in some of the naming of these files, I have lots of information in the file name. What I have found over the course of time is that we change our strategy related to files quickly. Um, 3 years ago, I may have done it differently, but what I have found that has worked over the years is always put some sort of identifying number associated with it, a unique ID, and then some description, more description in the title of the file. That gives you the ability to use your browser, your Windows Explorer, to search for anything that you would like. So let's say I'm doing something on storage. Here I can search for any videos. I have 73 different videos and JPEGs, PNG files on storage, and see how it hits and highlights those things. So try to use words in your file name so that you can find them later. But here, I don't want the MP4 files. What I want only is the PNG files. So I'm just going to put in here storage space minus MP4. And now it's going to go ahead and take out all of those MP4 files. So I have 41 PNG files. And remember, I could do this the opposite. If I wanted the other files, I could take out PNG files. And I have 32 MP4 files. So once I erase that search, now I'm back to 822 files. So you'll want to try this in naming your files creatively. So let's say here I just want to look at the PNG files right now. So I'm just going to put here minus MP4s, and it's going to get rid of all of my MP4 files. But I want to see just architecture drawings. I don't want to see like this file, for example, and what I call an actor, right? And I've got lots of these boxes and USB keys and all kinds of things that I use to make presentations. So there's a keyword that I've used in all of these called animation. So I'm going to say minus animation. Now I have no MP4 files and no animation. And notice here I still have 340 drawings, but I've narrowed down my list a little. And I can continue to do that and slim down my list. Too often we think about just using the search capabilities for things that we want to find, and we don't do things that we don't want to find. So one last example here, I wanted to find information on wireless. So I've got information here on wireless. What I do not want are the MP4 files. So I'm going to put minus MP4. Now I'm down to 28 files. Again, I still don't want all of this, and I don't want things that are associated with BYOD. So I'm going to go ahead and put minus BYOD. And there was only one there. And let's say I don't want something on security. So minus security. There were 7 of those files. I think you get the hint, right? Or I could say minus network, which I don't know what. So now we have 8 of them that don't have network at all in them. So all of these things are important when we're trying to manage files. Quickly and efficiently find the file that we want. Let's say this is the one I want. I have a 279 and I have a GG called Graphic Guide 279. So if I do a search for 279, I'm going to come up with several hits, okay? Because there are other numbers with that. But if I do GG 279, I'll still get several hits, but it'll narrow it down only to those files that I want. Use a little bit of pre-thought when naming your files and the directory structure that you use, and you will make your life a lot easier as files continue to grow in your environment.